All right, what's up, day traders, market participants? Your boy is back. Excuse the attire. I just got back from the gym, had to get the sweat on. You know how it is. If you guys are new here, go ahead and consider subscribing. I am going to jump real quickly into the market and what I see. We are at all-time highs, and the Fed decision or the tariffs, not the Fed decision, the tariffs are right around the corner. Yes, I believe the interest rates should get a cut a little bit, which we will see some inflow into. Hey, what's up, little man? We will see some inflow into the market. That'll be growth stocks. Growth stocks will participate, which this is kind of the reason of the video. I today basically saw a bunch of growth stocks getting that momentum, that volume, and that follow through. And that's what we're going to be diving into. But be safe. I see the market pulling back very soon just because of the deadline. And if we don't get any news, it gets pushed back. Who knows what kind of rhetoric that will put on the market. So let's be cautious. Without further ado, let's get into the video. And my people, subscribe.
Everybody stand up 上げろ今日一番の時間だ目にも止まらぬスピードハンター誰もが皆とリーコ看板 Yeah
Let's start off with the first and obvious growth stock of the year, quantum, most of the quantum names, and this is Rigetti. All right. Why am I hyped about Rigetti? Because look at today. Today was a 15% day. Let's get out that drawing tool. 15% day, also on volume. Once the tool comes up, I'm going to be able to highlight that for you. So this was the most previous day. Bam. Look at how it is clearing all of this information right here. That is great on good volume. So we should see some follow through come through on Rigetti. I'm playing it up to here. We'll see. Maybe right here, I'll take my first profit target, and then here would be the next profit target. That's kind of what I'm looking at here because we do have a great solid uh, bull candle clearing all this data near moving averages. It looks beautiful with volume, right? So there's your first one. And guys, get time on this. I mean, it could pull back. Like if you say you bought today options that expire on Thursday, the last day of this week, based off of this information, you're thinking, it's strong and solid, but not every day where it bounced up, you had a continuation immediately, right? It looks like maybe a day or two it took until the continuation follows. So do always try to get time on your option plays. And if you're playing stock, that's a whole different story. But with options, you want to make sure that you are giving yourself some time for the play to play out because if it doesn't play out how it's supposed to play, you will lose money. And if you don't have enough time on the options, you'll just lose more money than you need to, right? So why not get that extra time to solidify a win? And if it backfires, it doesn't hurt that much, right? Time is your friend, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. APLD. APLD did the same thing, very, very similar. Very, very similar. This chart looks a little bit cleaner as it kind of pushed up, pulled back in here. So you could have bought here. This wouldn't have been a bad day to buy on this green, taking out this red near key moving averages, right? Near in between both moving averages right here. You have this beautiful position here. That's not bad. But if you would have bought in, maybe this day would have gotten you kicked out because it technically did go under this low, so maybe that would have scared you out. But if you had time on your option, then it wouldn't have mattered because this would have just been 3 day pullback. And if you have a month or 2 months of time on your contract, doesn't really affect you at all. So next day that really presented itself with a good opportunity was today. So now we have the same thing, green taking over red near a moving average in between the best moving averages to buy. And you didn't have as much volume as Rigetti, but you did have more volume than the two previous days. So that is pretty good news, and I would consider pretty good news. What's up, little man? He's over here playing with my finger. But let's see. What else do we have? We have Archer. Archer's taken a while though to kind of manifest. It's in that same spot and it's kind of holding these lows. I like that it's holding these lows right here. Um, but we don't still have that green solid push up. We had one here, but clearly it wasn't strong enough because it didn't even beat the red before it. Here you had a good attempt, but then it was just a fake out push down, and that would have been a great example of how if you only had a few weeks of time, this candle would have hurt you. That candle would have hurt you if you have plenty of time on it. None of this really matters. This is all a good time to buy, especially if you're looking out 3 months from now. This is all, any of these days would have been good to buy. Here would have been bad to buy. Here would have been bad to buy, but buying down here at these moving averages, yes, sir. Right? Now, as I was talking to you guys about, I'm pretty sure, no, there was one more. Is it QBTS? Or, yeah. This one's doing the same thing, beautifully playing out just like the rest of them. It honestly looks better than most of them because the pull down wasn't as aggressive as it was for the other ones that I've showed you, but same thing coming into this moving average, getting this nice green pushing you up above. Now where can we go? Where are targets? Probably 18 and then 20, I would say, maybe even 19 if you wanted to. 16 probably just because of we're at what 16 now. So yeah, I would maybe say 17 and then 18, 19, 20. Every whole dollar, right, with these type of stocks could be a take profit range, but it looks good as well. You got that bulls showing their hand backdoor on key moving average. Very, very pivotal. And kind of what I wanted to say about moving averages coming into effect, or the rotation, not the moving averages, the rotation coming into effect is I can show you McDonald's. And McDonald's already started to show strength a few days ago when the rotation actually happened. A lot of people online and the news and YouTube were kind of looking at, oh, Monday, Tuesday was the rotation in the different sectors. I even saw a video saying today, no, it already happened. It already happened on Friday. Friday was actually the real big day when the rotation happened. You'll see a lot of like Palantir, Nvidia, all of them took a big red candle, and things like McDonald's took a very green candle here. So this is on good volume. You got the green taking over the red in a very, very nice looking pattern here with even the wick down here. Nice, good pattern back to the top. It could get ugly. It could, because today you could see that it did not, this moving average did not agree with it to come back. So it's going to test this moving average first before it 291 before we go back up, right? But that's just a perfect example of how the rotation started. I'll show you Pfizer. Pfizer was exactly the same thing. Pfizer took a little bit longer to start moving, but Pfizer also had that momentum shift. Honestly, this would have been the best time to get Pfizer. I love how you have this green and red right here. Green taking over red on a key moving average to push it right back up to this bad boy right here, to that white line. So, and what's happened? It's coming true. You know, we came, it consolidated a little bit more, high push up. Now we had another push up. Now it's actually kind of high up here. I did take some profits up here. Um, it could hit this number. It could come to 25.78 before it goes back down to 24.45. That would be kind of cool to see. But if it does come back down to these numbers, then I'll load back up again for the push upwards. Another one that kind of did the same thing that day was FedEx, right? FedEx had this terrible, here it is, that same day on on that Friday, that same day where we came in, had some nice volume here, good volume kind of going up and then pushed right up. So the rotation has already been happening. There was another one I was seeing. ExxonMobil oil is coming back, it looks like. It did have this huge push up because of the Iran and Iraq war, right? It had this huge push up. Then it gapped down as it was like, oh, we're going to go on a treaty or peace talks. It dropped down significantly. But guess what? Moving average caught it. This nice blue, purple line caught it, which is a good sign right there. Boom, pushed it right back up into the big daddy white line right here. So goal is obviously for it to push through like it pushed through here, but hopefully it holds and stays above um, that moving average. And this is how you actually trade, guys. If you're getting into these stocks without having certain moving averages on your chart, that's really bad. That to me is gambling. If you are not looking at a chart with moving averages, to me that's gambling. So I would say for the most part, that is all I was kind of looking at. All right, that's going to kind of conclude this video, guys. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family. I'm going to basically be giving you guys free education here all the time. I paid for it. It is what it is, but now I understand the market more than ever, and I hope I can help you guys understand it. All I ask is for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with friends and family. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Guys, remember this weekend is a short weekend. Friday, there will be no trading. I do not, I, with the treaty pause, or I guess at least there being a lot of anticipation for next week's data and what's going to come out of this tariff talk. I think that's going to cause a lot of volatility. So just be very cautious out there. Protect your profits. Have your stops be really tight. If you start seeing everything go southbound or we gap down, probably some time to really take a step back because we have been running like crazy since those April lows, guys. So be careful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.